Your synopsis should be 500 words. Don't panic. Oh, it's a pickle. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what my plan is. I need a cup of coffee. I need some coffee. I'll take it. Hello, and welcome to So I Wrote a Book. Now what?
That's the one.
That's the one? That's the good picture?
Are you taking picture of the dog too?
Mm-hmm. It's Friday, and I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm Nicole. I am a writer and a mom, and I work at a Title I school in the library. And this weekend is a long weekend. Today is Valentine's Day, and so it's President's Day weekend. And I have a lot of writing goals this weekend. I started major surgery on my thriller, like cutting some of the stuff in the first act. So I'm going to continue on that. I think that's like the main goal for this weekend, but I also have beta reader feedback to go through. Yeah, so come along with me. I don't know. Yes, it's ready, but it's also so hot.
Your name?
My name is Nancy.
You have any daughters?
I do have a daughter named Drew. I have a lot that I would like to get done this weekend. And it's a long weekend, so it feels like I have enough time to do all of it. But for some reason I'm just stressing. So I'm going to make this plan of weekend plans. I'm also going to try to remember that it's the weekend, and so I could just relax. The first thing we're definitely going to see Paddington 3. I want to work on revising my thriller. That's a big one. So breaking it into chunks. Compile a document with the feedback I've received so far from beta readers. Put a plan together in Trello. I need to email my friend about her book I just finished beta reading, and I have thoughts and questions and compliments to give. I need to edit next week's podcast and post snippet. I should post the snippet tomorrow. To do laundry, fold laundry and all the laundry, grocery shop, trim my daughter's bangs, nails also need to be trimmed. I have a podcast interview. I think I have 2 podcast interviews Monday. I think those are the big ones. I think that's it. It doesn't feel like it. That's it for now. It's 4:45 and I've been up for 15 minutes, but I didn't really get a lot done. But now my daughter's up. So it's early morning for us both. So I'm gonna see what I can get done while we eat breakfast and stuff, and maybe I can get some done while she's playing. I'm gonna start out by compiling my document of beta reader feedback. Okay, so I have my beta reader feedback document mostly done, but I'm in a bit of a pickle now because I keep exporting the document from Scrivener into Google Docs. But then I keep working on it when I have breaks throughout the day on the Google Docs one, because I can do that on my phone and anywhere, and I don't have Scrivener anywhere. So do I keep taking the stuff I did in Google Docs and putting it back in Scrivener and work from Scrivener? Or is it time just to work as one big living document? And I have 2 of these. So which one do I should work on the latest one, but I think that there's some differences between the latest one and the other one. Oh, it's a pickle. Because I don't know. And if I go through the document POV by POV, which is part of my plan, wouldn't that be easier in Scrivener? I don't know. What do you do when you revise and it's this big and you're at this point? Do you just work in one big thing? I don't know. I'm not sure what my plan is. I need a cup of coffee. I need some coffee. I'm going to have to suss out the differences, I guess. Clearly, I work in a school. I'm saying suss. Anyway, I'm going to get to work. So it's around 6 o'clock right now, and I don't feel like I really got much done because I kept going back and forth on whether I should be working in the Scrivener document or in the larger document at this point. And I decided it's time to go to the larger document. I think it's time for it to be its own big book. So it's going to be its own big book, but I'm trying to put in a table of contents, which also kind of tripped me up this morning because I spent a long time doing that. I should just be working on the meat of the book, and I'm spending all this time working on formatting stuff and software stuff. So I didn't get as much accomplished as I was hoping, but it is what it is. Hopefully I'll get to work on it a little more later. I also remembered some of the things from my to-do list that I forgot from before. So I'm taking a class tomorrow through the Thriller 101 podcast. It's a free class on Synopsis, how to write your synopsis. And it's Amy Nielsen, the literary agent and also a YA author, is going to be presenting. And I'm really excited because the synopsis is literally the worst part of any of this. I would rather write a whole nother book. In fact, I would rather write 3 whole other books than write a synopsis because they're terrible. So I'm taking that class tomorrow. That's where we're at.
Something happy is happening you don't want to miss.
I have 10 minutes until dinner is ready. So what better time for a tiny mini revision sprint? Okay, it's more like 8 minutes. But I'll take it. So I just finished the Synopsis webinar with Amy Nielsen from the Purcell Agency, and it was put on by the Storyteller Society. Well, I think it was actually put on by the Thriller 101 podcast, but it is, I know about it from the Storyteller Society. But it was a free webinar on how to write your synopsis, and it was amazing. Like, it was so good. I'm really glad I did it. Some of the main things that I took away from it is that your synopsis should be 500 words. Don't panic. But like, the shorter the better, literally. It should be 1 page, which is so hard. But she also said that you don't have to worry so much about the voice of your synopsis. It should really just be telling what happened in the story. Just tell what happened in the story. That's all you need to do. And there should really only be 3 characters mentioned, and they should be, once they're first introduced, in all caps. It's just a best practice to do it. Yeah, and everyone else is just named by their role. And then it should be, the POV should be 3rd person present tense. So if you ever think like, how should I do this? 3rd person present tense is the way to do it. Sometimes I get tripped up on whether it should be present or past tense. 3rd person present tense is the answer. And it should just cover the key plot points, the character arcs, and the major themes. And the way she suggested to do it was to just write a sentence for each chapter and then connect them And then if that's not short enough, to start cutting things out where they can, like unnecessary things. Then if it's still not short enough, to enlist the help of a critique partner. And she suggested getting somebody that hasn't read your book to read it, to make sure it makes sense and there aren't holes that they see having not read your book. So yeah, it was really amazing. I'm really glad I took it. I will link her website, because on her website she has like a bunch of resources, and I think she has a write-up on her suggestions on how to write a synopsis. Yeah, really excited. I'm pumped. I got my synopsis down to 570 words just on this like webinar, because we had some time to work. So yeah, yay! Yes, we are. Come on, let's go. Are you excited? I smell some flowers. Wow, let's go see it, honey. Is this a beautiful tree? I don't think it is, honey. I think it's this way.
That way or that way?
Up to you.
No, that way.
Okay.
It's a deep hill.
It is?
So that way now.
Okay. Look at this little house.
It's a little house. There's walls. This one.
Oh, don't step up there. Yeah, isn't that so pretty?
Yeah.
I love it.
You want to do it?
Okay, sweetie.
Oh, this way. Pink water. Hey, Mom, what are that?
Wait, we can go this way and then go your rock way.
Water?
Yeah.
Go that way. Mom? Want another?
Wow, honey, look at this. Wow, look at this big bridge. Hey, move this way, honey. Wow. It's so cool. Okay. Wow. It's really cool. Yeah, honey. You want me to carry you? Okay, well, let's get on the trail. I will carry you, but first I will race you. Race it, go!
Before I was beneath here.
See?
Before I was the beneath here.
Painted the nails. Oh, we went to story time. I still need to clean the car.
Wait.
But got a lot of it done. 2021. And I got 5 sections revised this morning, working through the notes on my thriller. Yeah. I've been thinking a lot this weekend. I tried at the beginning of the year to find a word for the year because I really like that idea of having a word for the year, but I could not think of one. There wasn't one that was resonating with me in January. But this weekend, I went through the interview that just went out on the podcast with Catherine Bittner, and she said that it takes courage and bravery to write like yourself. And I think that that is so true. And that has really struck a chord with me. And then I finished the book Wedding Dashers by Heather McBreen. And she also, in the book, there's this like underlying theme of bravery. And I also finished It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. And in that one too, there's also this theme of bravery, which is a common theme in books. It's true, but it's not always a theme in books. I just feel like this idea, this word, bravery, has been really just speaking to me this week. So that's my word for the year. It's bravery. And I am going to write it on something. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to remember that is a goal of mine this year, is to really embrace bravery and know that all of this writing stuff and all of everything takes a lot of bravery, but I am brave and I can do it. So I've been thinking about that. And I'm really inspired by that. Do you do a word for the year? What's your word for this year? Drop it in the comments if you want. I would love to hear it. Okay, let's take a look at the to-do list. We got a lot done. I got a lot done this weekend. I'm feeling really good about this weekend, and I'm feeling really inspired that I found my word for the year. I got my synopsis for the thriller into a really good place, and I got a lot done on this round of revisions. So it's getting ever closer to submitting to the agent that is waiting for it. So yeah, I'm going to continue to work on my thriller throughout the week. My goal is to get it done by March 5th. It's a little bit of an arbitrary goal, but not completely. And I think March 1st sounded not right. It didn't sound doable, but March 5th sounds totally doable. So March 5th it is. And I still need to clean my car. Out of everything that I ever put on a to-do list, that's always like the last thing I do. And I have this podcast interview. But yeah, after that, I think me and my daughter are just going to hang out. We still have the rest of today and tomorrow because it's a long weekend, but I think we're just going to make cookies and go to a thrift store. We have some donations we need to drop off, and then we get a coupon, so we'll do a little bit of shopping. But yeah, that's been my writing weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear what you are working on. I'd also love to hear if you have any synopsis tricks, because I learned a lot from that webinar, but I know there are different ways of doing it. So if you have any tricks, drop them in the comments. I would love to hear what you're working on, how you do things. Yeah, and thank you so much for being here. Bye.